Some people will tell you if you want something different, you have to do something different, which is a behavioral approach. You see, they associate what you do with who you are. Other people will tell you if you want to change your life, you have to change your thoughts, which is a cognitive approach. And yet, some people will do all the right things or have all the right thoughts and they won't get what it is that they want to get. You see, they have to understand that the world is not going to give you what it is that you want. The world's going to reflect back who you are. So until you become the version of yourself that's aligned with what it is that you want to receive, you're not going to get it. You have to literally become someone new. You have to become the upgraded 2.0 revised version of you. Once you become that version of you, then the doors will start to open and you will start to receive. So if you want something different, you have to understand that you have to change one thing, and that's everything. Because who you are is a collection of, it's accumulation of those thoughts, those brainwaves, those emotions, that heart rate variability, your breath, your nervous system, your values, your core beliefs, your behaviors, your relationships. Everything is intertwined in this dance. It's the relationship amongst these components. You have to create some synchronization and coherence between these things. That's why you cannot think your way into a new state of being, nor can you behave your way into a new version of you. What do I mean? I mean, catching thoughts and replacing thoughts is a good first step, but it's only one step in a series of steps. You can't just sit in a room and have different thoughts. You can't look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself affirmations. Without the evidence to support those thoughts and those affirmations, some part of your body, some part of your brain is going to call bullshit. It's going to know that it's delusional. And if it's delusional, then it's not going to invoke different emotions. And emotions are powerful. You see, you have to seek out evidence to support those thoughts and those affirmations, which your brain has the capacity to do through the reticular activating system. It's going to find whatever it is that it's looking for. And as you gain evidence to support those thoughts and those affirmations, you'll experience a shift in your core beliefs. You'll adopt new core beliefs. And as you do so, it'll move you into a new emotional state. You'll experience different emotions. And with different emotions comes different chemicals. Your body will release a new chemical cocktail, no longer adrenaline and cortisol, which are associated with fear, anger, and stress, the sympathetic nervous system. Your body will start to release new neurotransmitters, new hormones, such as oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, feel-good chemicals, which will move you from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system, to a place where you're hypervigilant and tense, to a rest and digest state. Your breath will shift. Your vagal tone will shift. Your heart rate variability will shift. You'll notice a decrease in your blood pressure, a decrease in inflammatory proteins. As your heart starts to shift, it'll send different signals to your brain. You have to understand that your emotions are powerful. Emotions are the language of the heart. Emotions are energy in motion. Energy is associated with the electrical magnetic field. And you have to understand that the electrical magnetic field of your heart is greater than that of your brain. The electrical field of your heart is 60 times the amplitude of your brain. The magnetic component, 5,000 times greater. This thing is emitting energy. And as this thing starts to beat differently, it will activate different regions of your brain. You'll have different brain waves. You'll move into theta. And the magic happens when this thing is in line, when there's coherence, when there's harmony of your brain and your heart. You'll experience different energy. And as you look back on the collection and relationship of these things, and you notice that you've experienced a shift in your thoughts and your affirmation, you've gained evidence to support those, you've had a shift in your core beliefs, which has moved you into a new emotional state, which has created a different chemical cocktail, which has allowed you to tap into your parasympathetic, which has allowed you to drop into a rest and digest state, which has created a shift in vagal tone of your heart rate variability, which has allowed you to tap into new regions of your brain, new brain waves. And you've created a new energy within you. You've literally become somebody new. And as you have different energy, you literally become electric. You become like a magnet. And you take all of that out into the external environment. And you have to remember that the world is now not going to give you what it is that you want. It's going to reflect back who you are, but who you are has now shifted and changed. So then you take that energy and it will bleed into your relationships in the external environment. It will bleed into your behaviors and you'll have different outcomes. Your internal state has changed. The interesting thing is that when you start to experience that shift within, with different thoughts and different emotions, different core beliefs, a different energy, different frequency and vibration, what you want in the external environment changes. You feel so good internally that you don't want anything in the external environment. For inquiries regarding therapy, coaching, and other services, you can reach us at the phone number below.